Hello everybody, this is going to be a very short video, but I figured, shit man, I gotta make this. So, on my community tab, on the YouTube, sometimes I ask little questions, I just put some stuff out there, and then you guys answer back. So this is 2 questions I kind of put out in the ether. It's kind of a statement and a question. I'm going to read it to you, and then we're going to talk about some of the responses real quick, okay? So the first one I'm going to read you is, I said, I don't think there's a true conversation happening about the impact COVID is having on loneliness. Everyone is indoors and is separated from loved ones. If they're out, they're masked and they're distanced, keeping people from seeing a genuine smile or receiving a loving hug. And to top it off, most of our discourse is happening on social media with platforms that are not conducive to actual communicating. All right, so then I ask you guys, how has COVID impacted your level of loneliness? Personally, I live alone, and I've been largely separated from people through the entire pandemic, and we are like, I don't even know, dude. What are we, fucking 7, 8? I don't even know. We might even be 9 months. I don't even know. I don't even know when this started. It's crazy. And I also noted, I said, it's allowed me time to connect with myself. However, I will not lie to you. There are extreme bouts of loneliness that happen in there, where you're almost to a point of depression. You're like, oh my God. Fuck. And I'm thinking to myself, hey, I figure myself to be a fairly mentally strong person. There's others out there that are probably not. And I'm not even bullshit. I do think that to myself. I go, I've dealt with loneliness is something that everybody is going to deal with at some point in time. But I thought to myself, in the Marine Corps, there were extreme bouts of loneliness at times, and we'll go to the comments real quick to see what you guys said, and this one hit me hard. This is coming from Caleb. Caleb, if you're watching, man, we're thinking about you, and I've thought about your exact scenario that I'm about to read, because it is my worst nightmare. So Caleb said, I went to boot camp in early January. Okay, so we went to boot camp in January. We graduated in camis and in the theater, with no family or friends, so they didn't get to see any of their loved ones when they became Marines. They were, you're already isolated and in hell for 3 months, right? You don't even get that connection with your family once you become a Marine, and you're so proud, right? He says, I haven't seen anyone since. Boot leave was taken away from us, so after boot camp, you typically get what, like 10 days to go home and enjoy yourself a little bit, like de-stress. They didn't even get that. And he said, we weren't granted leave after Marine combat training. So, oh my God, bro. And by that point, I'd be completely losing my fucking mind. I mean, I remember, after Marine combat training, I at least got to go home for New Year's. And that meant the world to me. So this dude's he's in boot camp for 3 months. Nobody at their graduation. Immediately they go to their MCT and they don't get any boot leave, right? They don't get any vacation time after that, and then they go straight to MCT, and then after MCT they don't get any leave, and then he goes, and after the schoolhouse I was denied leave and told to go directly to my station overseas. Bro, oh my God, it's terrifying. That's terrifying to me. Caleb, you've got the goddamn mental fortitude of a monk if you're holding it together right now. And I have to think that the only positive is that you're around other Marines. That's probably the only positive. So that just made me fucking terrified. Absolutely terrified. Yeah. So that's one. And then moving on to the next one, a couple days back I said, what have you guys been struggling with lately? If it's too personal to answer, feel free to send me a private message on Twitter or Instagram. And you guys, a whole bunch of you guys responded to this one, which was great. A1 Sauce says, pretty sure a lot of us have been struggling with work. Yeah, I hear you on that. It's something that we have to adjust to. And there's no good answer there. But just, I think the biggest thing is nobody was designed to sit in front of a computer screen for 8 hours a day. So it's really important to get outside, actually put a chunk of your day and dedicate it to just being outside and thinking about nothing. I mean, you'd be surprised. Some of your best ideas will probably come out right there. So that's one. Max, he said, online school and missing my friends. Yeah. Again, it's that loneliness thing that everybody's got to be feeling right now. Everybody's feeling it right now. Garrett says, I fell in love with a girl that doesn't feel the same way. Heartbreak sucks, my man. What about you? How are you doing? And I said to that, I said, well, one, my girlfriend and I broke up about 3 months back, and I said it's been really hard. I actually have 2 video scripts written about getting over breakups, which I have not. I've got so many videos I've got to do, but I just either get in my own way, or I get so busy that I just don't have. I genuinely just don't have time. I said getting over my divorce a few years back was probably the hardest thing, but anytime you lose that love, it's a soul-crushing feeling, and it's very hard to get rid of. And I said, but the answer is to take baby steps and doing productive things each day to set your life up to where you can handle being alone with yourself. Because when you can be alone with yourself, then you can bring in another person. But until then, not a good idea. Also, your boy went on a date the other night. That's exciting. So, hey, a little bit of progress there. So that's great stuff. Let's see some other ones here. Zero Dark said, keeping up with my studying and working out. He said, I need to listen to some Jocko. And I said, hey, Jordan Peterson's fantastic too. I love my boy Jocko. You need to make your bed. But I also like Jordan. I like Jordan. What does Jordan Peterson talk? He's always like, oh, but you are the divine individual. You can't just go around and not make your bed every day. Eh? I said, Jordan Peterson's great. I love his Maps of Meaning. There's a series on YouTube called Maps of Meaning. It's fucking fantastic. It's hours and hours and hours of great content. You got nothing better to do? Start at 1 and go all the way through. You'll love it. I promise. It's great. It's fantastic. Paige. I said, strain on relationships with my family and friends, especially concerning politics. I said, damn, I feel that deeply. Especially when it comes to older folks, in your life. Just at the end of the day, try to focus on the things that y'all both enjoy together, and you just got to keep on loving them because they're just people, just is what it is. So, and if somebody's being too toxic for your well-being, you just stiff arm them, distance yourself a little bit, and then wait until things settle down. So there you go. Animal Mother says, my English grade, I've got straight A's, but an F in my English class. He said it's necessary for me to pass to graduate. This one got to me because I was like, this dude's a straight A motherfucker with 1 F. And he's even admitting that he needs that F to turn into a passing grade to graduate. So I'm like, bro, I was like, oh my God, I wanted to reach to the screen. So I said, what's keeping you from picking that English grade up? Are you going in for extra help? Of all the topics in school, English was one of the most useful for me in adult life. So writing, proper grammar, and et cetera. So I was like, damn, man, that's the one to grasp. And he said, I'm just very lazy, which, by the way, Animal, thank you for being honest and open. And that's the first step because it's very dope. He said, I'm just very lazy. I figured if I said it out loud, I would feel obligated to work on it. In fact, I'm going to start right now. And that made me so happy. And I said, I'm proud of you, brother. Prioritize that work, knock it out to the best of your ability, and don't go just halfway. Finish it. And then treat yourself to the rest of your day doing whatever you want. And he messaged back a few hours later, and he said, I'm working on my grade on that class. My teacher said that they're willing to work with me for turning in late assignments. Thanks for giving me a little bit of motivation to get started. Now, I just need to stay focused. So, Animal, if you're watching right now, let us know how you're doing below. I hope you're staying focused. He said, I need to stay away from the video games. I said, yeah, man, it's just about time management. You can still do the games. I do games every night. Because, again, going back to that loneliness factor, video games allows me to connect with my friends all across the country. So it's not inherently a bad thing. But you're doing a great job identifying what needs fixed. So good job, man. So there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, those were just a couple I put on the community tab. I just felt like an obligation. I was like, God damn, people are struggling and we got to have a conversation. We have to at least do a little something to get you kickstarted in the right direction, right? And then on my Instagram story, I said, if you're feeling down, try cleaning your room, go for a run or a walk, but I would try a run, and eat less shitty than you did yesterday. 3 very simple things. You don't have to do all of them. Clean your room, go for a walk or a run, and eat a little less shitty than you did yesterday. I'm not kidding. I think you will feel better. Okay? I appreciate y'all very much, and we'll see you guys next time.